The protagonist, 장그래 from the drama 미생, 채택 from the drama Reply 1988, and 문동은 from The Glory. What do these three characters have in common? The answer is Baduk. Why do the main characters of these globally beloved dramas all play Baduk? It's likely because interest in Baduk has surged in Korea lately, with an estimated 8.8 million Baduk enthusiasts. Hello and welcome to Culture Crunch. I'm your DJ Soojung. Today on Creme de la Creme, we're joined by Baduk master Cho Hye-yeon, who even teaches Baduk to foreign visitors in Korea. Let's listen to a song before we introduce her. This is Black or White by Dreamcatcher.
정답은 없어. 내게 맞추려 하지 마. 날 바꾸려고 하지 마. 모든 걸 너는 다 이미 알고 있는 듯 웃음을 꾹 참고서 내 대답을 기다리고 있어. 보기 중에 답이 없다면 나는 고르지 못해. Oh no, oh no. 아마 너의 머릿속에선 끝이 난 시나리오. Black or white, black or white, 그 무엇도 아냐 난. 네가 원하는 그 대답은 내게 없어. Black or white, black or white, 말해주지 않아 난. 네가 정해놓은 그 대답은 내게 없어.
I'm gonna 섞어버릴래. Okay, 이게 너의 질문에 대답. 그냥 다른 거 틀린 거는 아니여. 이미 서로 싸우겠지 어느 편인지 그 사이 보이지도 않은 걸로 걸어가겠어. 또 조여오는 심리 끝없는 시기. 새로움을 보정하고 문제라고 칭해 결국 풀리겠지 돌연변이로.
보기 중에 답이 없다면 나는 고르지 못해. Oh no, oh no. 아마 너의 머릿속에선 끝이 난 시나리오. Black or white, black or white, 그 무엇도 아냐 난. 네가 원하는 그 대답은 내게 없어. Black or white, black or white, 말해주지 않아 난. 네가 정해놓은 그 대답은 내게 없어. 많은 생각을 등 뒤에 숨긴 너의 가면 위에 더욱 깊어져만 가는 딜레마. No way, no way, no way. 의미 없어 정해진다. 그건 누구도 몰라.
Black or white, black or white,
Black or white,
black or white, black or white,
살 수 없이 많은 color.
black or white, black or white, black or white, black or white.
Black or white, black or white, 그 무엇도 아냐 난. 네가 원하는 그 대답은 내게 없어. Black or white, black or white, 말해주지 않아 난. 네가 정해놓은 그 대답은 내게 없어. No matter what you say.
If success is your goal, tune in to Creme de la Creme to learn the secrets of the top players in their respective fields. Today, we are joined by a leading figure in the world of Baduk, which is exploring new territory with the advent of AI. Please welcome Baduk master Cho Hye-yeon. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. Hello. Thanks for having me today. Yeah.
It's so good to have you, Hye-yeon.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see you here.
We are
Yeah.
so excited to have you. I have to say, literally know nothing about Baduk.
Yeah, but that's okay. Thank you.
That's okay. I'm sure a lot of our listeners, there may be some Baduk enthusiasts, but a lot of them are probably beginners like me. So we'd love to pick your brains about the world and the game of Baduk. So first of all, would you like to say hello to our Culture Crunch family?
Oh, yeah. Hello, people in Crunch Culture. I'm Hye-yeon Cho, professional Baduk player in Korea. Yeah, I have been playing Baduk for over 3 decades in my life. I want to introduce myself, and then at the same time, I want to talk more about this fabulous game of Go Baduk with you today.
We are so excited. But first of all, congratulations. I heard you came second in the latest Baduk League.
Yeah, I got the runner of the Legend Baduk League. It was such an honor that I actually played a final game against Lee Chang-ho, the legend player. I managed to win one game, but it was not enough, so I ended up being a runner of second place.
Okay.
But it was I did my best for the game. I really enjoyed, and many people were also excited to see that game. So I was very happy to get some encouragement from many people around me.
Yes, I mean even second place is a huge achievement.
Yes,
so
it was
big
a huge achievement for this year. So
yes, a good end to 2024. I think.
Yeah, right.
All right. So I didn't know this, but there are 8 teams, like professional teams in the Korean Baduk League. So do you have like team games and individual games separately? Is that how it works?
Well, the Baduk League basically is concluded with 8 teams having four players each. That is actually the team competition. 3 players are playing in the competition, and if 2 players win, the team is gonna win the game.
Okay, so it's best of 3, right?
Yeah, best of 3, 4, sort of like that. So that is a team competition. Actually, my team went to the final match because we won the regular league. But in the end, we faced such a legendary player, Lee Chang-ho sensei. Everybody knows about him, and we faced him. We encountered him, but on the other hand, he played a very good match in the final, so we managed that. But we learned a lot from Mr. Lee Chang-ho, the professional player.
Right. It must have been quite a great experience.
Yeah, of course. I learned also a lot from that series. Yeah.
Wow. So, and I heard there's also a separate women's league as well, which started 10 years later, I believe. Tell us a bit about the women's league.
Yeah, about the women's league, we also call it female Baduk League in Korea. It is such a sort of a dream stage for any female players, because you can see all the strong female players such as Choi-jung, Oh-yujin, maybe Sumire-jang from Japan. So that basically I have been playing in the female league for over a decade, from 2015 until this year. I learned a lot as well. I won 3 times for the female Baduk League.
You're joined by a master, ladies and gentlemen.
And on the other hand, I decided not to play in the female league from the next year, 2025, because I basically want to, focus more on promoting Go Baduk to the world, so that actually female league takes too much time. So I learned a lot as a professional player, but at the same time, I want to meet more people, so that I decided to quit. But thanks for the last 10 years, I actually played very hard in the female league. So
yes, I think you really put your name on the map.
Thank you.
With 3 wins, which is absolutely amazing.
My best. Yeah, definitely.
So you're leaving or giving up competing professionally in the women's Baduk League for now. Is that because of your teaching? Your teaching business?
But on the other hand, I have to say that I'm not giving up as a professional career. I'm just giving up just one of the leagues in my life. I will participate in other competitions as well, including Legend League and then individual maybe tournaments. And at the same time, I'm also teaching Baduk Go to many people, including foreign students, such as I'm running my own school, which is PBA Baduk Academy, Seoul in Korea. And then I also want to meet many people from any other maybe continents, maybe Europe or America, anywhere, Southeast Asia. currently I knew that there are Go associations, Baduk associations around the world.
Yes.
From 89 countries
Oh,
around the
wow.
world, around the globe, so that I want to meet more people. I want
Right.
to meet people, listen to them, and then I want to share my stories as maybe the pro player or as a player who played this game over 30 years.
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
the experience that you have, not just in games, but in your lifetime as well, must be so valuable to your students.
Thank you. Yeah.
I heard you have students from over 10 countries over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Which is quite surprising because we were talking about this briefly before the show, but I always thought Baduk or Go was predominantly popular with East Asian countries.
Yeah, right. Not West, from East. Yeah.
But that's changing on a global scale, should we say? Okay, well, I believe we have some pictures from your PBA,
Those were days, yeah.
the Professional Baduk Academy of Hye-yeon's.
Yeah, 90% are from overseas, not from Korea.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's kind of memorable to me.
Wow, lots of young kids as
Yeah,
well.
it's Game of Go, Game of Baduk is very promising now. So I'm very happy to be a part of it, actually.
Wow. Most of these kids are from abroad?
Yeah,
you say?
right.
Oh, wow, that's
most of them
absolutely
are from
amazing.
Thailand, America, Japan, maybe some from Europe, and then there are
Wow.
many people, like 0.3 billion people are playing a game of Baduk at the moment.
Wow. So what do you think draws these people to Baduk? What is it about the game?
I think that is such an interesting question because I kept thinking about that. Actually, in English, they call a game of Baduk as a Go Magic. Go Magic. When you find, a game of Baduk has some complexity actually in the end, but at the same time, it is difficult. By the way, it is kind of a mirror that reflects you throughout the process of the game. You can find yourself at the same time. You can see your opponent thinking something. Sometimes we can find some uniformity. Sometimes you can see some differences between your opponent and myself.
Right.
So that throughout that process, they found they are fascinated and captivated this beautiful game, so that they call a game of Baduk as Go Magic.
Go
in English.
Magic.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think that
wow.
is very interesting.
That's
and
such an interesting point that you said it's like a mirror. It's not just a game to these people, it's part of their lives.
Right.
And it gives them a chance, I guess, to reflect on their life and on them as a person. How fascinating. I believe we also have a video of the Romanian national team who you teach too. Wow,
Okay.
what an amazing achievement. Can we get that video up as well?
I want to introduce this game because we also use the recent AI openings, and I want to
this
also
is by
I want
online
to talk
teaching.
about
Online teaching. All right.
Okay, these days people usually play this start point. I'll show you.
usually the game is concluded between black
Start
and white.
point
Black
or
is gonna
the
play
3-4
white, and
point,
then
which is
they
Gomu-ku,
start to
like this.
take
I was black.
occupied territory on the board.
And then
So
Uining
there's
is
like
a
one by
young
one
player.
in the
Actually, she's
19
a teenager.
But you have
she's
a lot of
very
possibilities
talented.
of playing.
Like,
They have a
she
lot of
considered to
possibilities
be,
of
one of
playing
the
Molten
top
Autumns and
3
Universe, so
players.
that there are many strategies on the board, so you can enjoy that.
Oh, wow.
Right.
And I think that makes it so interesting and fascinating, and it incorporates all those things that you mentioned earlier about it being a mirror. But it's not easy. It's not something easy to get into, is it? We were talking briefly before the show, and Hye-yeon said it takes about 5 years to really feel like you know your way around the game and around the board. So the barrier to entry might be a little bit high, but you have academies such as Hye-yeon's, the PBA, to really throw you in the deep end, right?
Okay, I have to admit that this game is never easy and access, and then many people maybe don't know how to approach this game. Okay, many people say the basics of the game of Baduk is kind of simple because you know Atari, or you can take the stones liberties outside, but at the same time. That's why I'm teaching Baduk to people, because I want to learn. I want to show them how to approach this game.
Right.
So basically, the reason I'm here is that I try to convince you that you can play a game of Baduk.
Right.
Okay, it is very hard. Okay, I have to say this. Okay, let me express this. Okay, in order to be a pro, it is very hard.
Yes.
But in order to appreciate this game's complexity, it is actually accessible to anyone.
Right.
Anyone can do it. You can
Including
do that.
me.
Yeah. So please try this. Please try your first move on the board, and then suddenly you realize that this is something I didn't expect in my life. So that I want to introduce this game, and then already a lot of people knew about this game. Not only about the Asian culture, it is already of the globe, like chess, I think.
Yeah. Okay. And I mentioned AI earlier, and I'm sure it's brought about significant changes in the world of Baduk. In fact, I think it was one of the first fields we really saw the potential of AI, right? With the Isedor game, the big match.
Exactly.
But is it also different in the sense when you're teaching? Are you able to use AI techniques and strategies at all?
This is such a deep topic I kept thinking about because AlphaGo's emergence brought astonishing changes before AI or after AI, because nowadays in 2024 everybody is studying Baduk with AI.
Right.
But before that, actually, I was born and I grew up in where no AI
I'm sure,
was there for Baduk, so that everything has changed after AlphaGo showed up with Google DeepMind. So if you see, for example, if you see the AlphaGo documentary made by Google DeepMind, maybe after AlphaGo showed off, actually the human belief or human theories have sort of okay, I don't want to say it's broken, but at the same time, AI says that it is no longer usable. Human theories are not available at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, sort of like AI sort of dominated and absorbed the human history, so that I am the one between before AI and after AlphaGo, right? So that AlphaGo brought technology can maybe absorb human beings, but between that, I don't want to lose against this phenomenon. So I kept thinking about this, and I also want to learn from other people as well about this. Yeah.
Okay, so that's really interesting. So the kids in that photo we saw earlier, they're growing up, with a human teacher as well, but a lot of people who are coming across the game of Baduk or Go for the first time, they're using AI strategies, so non-human strategies. So
you saw people, children there, right?
Yeah.
They no longer use a human theory.
Right.
Actually, a game of Baduk was originated from 4,000 years ago. Even Confucius also referred to Baduk as one of the hobbies in life. But actually, we, as time goes by, we build up our sort of theories over and over again.
Right.
But AI suddenly showed up, changing everything so rapidly, so children didn't know the past before AI.
Right.
Yeah. So
it's a good thing and a bad thing because it teaches you, I guess, new strategies.
Right.
And it lowers the barrier to entry. But at the same time, Tojangs, these academies, are some of them are closing down. And I guess we've always seen Baduk as a brain sport, but aren't, I guess, using their brains as much. They're just kind of following these AI strategies. Is that the case that you're seeing?
Yeah, sometimes you can say that, okay, Baduk was actually a brain sport working, but at the same time, after AI emerges, maybe you can say that, okay, people just simply follow AI without questions. You just follow AI moves without any doubts. But I think that, yeah, of course, AI, AlphaGo changed many things, such as, okay, a game of Baduk has 3 parts: the opening, the middle game, and the end game. I think that AI influenced a lot about the opening, actually. Opening changes everything, but at the same time, in the middle, actually people have to, follow your theory in the middle game.
Okay.
So that people have to pay attention to the middle game. So I don't believe that AI changed Baduk into just a following game. It's still a thinking game.
There's still that element.
But at the same time, AI greatly influenced both opening and the end game, so that people have to learn it, but at the same time, you have to establish your own human theory at
Of
the same
course.
time.
Okay.
Otherwise, you cannot. Maybe you will lose yourself in the middle of the game. Yeah.
And I think, is that the part that you're trying to teach
Exactly.
students at your
I
academy?
try to find my parts in that. Okay,
Right.
not just following or imitate AI without any doubts. You have to establish it. You have to ask questions. Right.
So just you would encourage students to use AI as a tool, as like a
Exactly.
jumping board to find your own strategies.
Yeah, that
Okay.
is a huge
Very,
question,
very
but we
interesting.
are still challenging between our balance between our human beings, our personalities, between and AI phenomena. Yeah.
Right, that's so interesting. And so, but these kids, a lot of kids and adult students as well, they're still coming over to Korea
Exactly,
to
yeah.
learn from you and to be immersed in the Paduk world, I guess. Why do you think that is?
I think
such
that
an
is kind of
interest?
interesting because, after AI emergence, anybody can play a game whenever they want, right? With a smartphone, with your computer, with your laptop. But as time, as of 2024, AI told them how to play a game.
Right.
And then they really want to, feel this game physically, They use a real board and real stones, and they want to see the real opponent, not AI. Yeah, that's why, as time goes by, originally I also thought that, okay, AI becomes a teacher replacing us, or they no longer, need a human teacher. But at the same time, they want to use the real board and stones.
Okay, so
So
it's
that
still very much a
they come
physical
over
thing
to Korea.
for them.
And then the interesting thing was, actually, we didn't know the countries like Iceland, Spain, or Haiti, or Costa Rica. I didn't think there are local teachers there. Baduk teachers. But at the same time, AI taught them how to play. So that well, maybe they want to come to Eastern countries like Korea. So that I want to see maybe Cho Hye-yeon face to face. I want to
Right.
learn from her, and I want to talk about my discoveries in AI, so that AI gives us, the second opportunity to promote
course.
this fabulous game.
But I think that human experience, you can't discount.
Exactly.
You're over 3 decades of experience. You've seen so many players and so many strategies, and there's still that human touch that is needed,
Yeah.
I think. Wow. And do you find that there's a difference between Korean students and foreign students at all?
Well, that's a good question because, actually, before AlphaGo, there was a sort of, preconceptions or prejudice towards this game. Yeah, because, if you are born as Asian people, you are good at Baduk. But if you born as maybe white people and Western people, but regardless of race and despite gender, actually anyone can be very good at playing
Right.
Baduk. But at the same time, not many Westerners believe that I can be very good at this game because that is an Eastern culture, sort of like. But these days, it was completely overcome. There is no prejudice at all because, in the past, Westerners were weaker than Eastern people because the atmosphere is completely different.
Right.
Eastern people they know much about Baduk. Maybe your father or grandfather know how to play a game.
Yeah, we've always been surrounded by it, right?
But for Western players, there are not many family members who can play this game. And then when they play a game, well, sorry, what the hell is that? So that the atmosphere is completely different.
Right.
But at the same time, Westerners have overcome this kind of difficulties and barriers to access Baduk. Actually, we have to remember that AlphaGo was made by Google,
Right.
not from Asian
Western
people. Exactly.
company, yeah.
So they made a new discoveries. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay, so pros and cons to everything, I think. And I do feel like not just in Baduk, but in many different fields. We do have to find a way to sort of coexist with AI peacefully, right? And even use it as a tool, as we said. And I
Right,
think you're
right.
doing that very, very well with your students and with your PBA.
Thank you.
All right. So we are going to be, we've been discussing the impact of AI on the Baduk world with Baduk master Cho Hye-yeon. We're going to ask Hye-yeon to draw her life graph for us now, have a chance to look over her over 3-decade-long career as a Baduk enthusiast. So, Hye-yeon, while you draw your life graph, we're going to take a quick song break. Probably a lot of you guys are thinking about how to coexist peacefully in your own fields with AI. And so I chose a very appropriate song. This is 함께 with by Yoon Tan-tan.
워 진정해요 조금만 침착해요 우리가 달려온 길이 보이지 않나요 아이처럼 그렇게 울지 말고 조금만 침착해봐요 그댄 울고 있지만 조금 난 기쁘네요 오늘을 내가 얼마나 기다렸는지 아나요 남자들은 모두 다 똑같다고 생각하지만 말고 날 좀 봐줄래요 그대와 함께라는 이름의 추억을 함께 찾아 떠나요 그대를 만난 날 같은 마음으로 오늘도 우린 함께 걷고 있죠 그대와 함께라는 이름의 추억을 함께 찾아왔어요 오늘 밤 내 손길 불안하다면 난 괜찮아요 오늘 돌아가요 겁없이 달려온 길 아픔도 많았지만 어쩌면 이런 모든 게 다 사랑인가 봐요 못난 나와 언제나 함께 해준 고마운 그대인 거죠 그대를 바라보고 웃음도 지어보고 나를 꼭 잡은 두 손은 언제나 너무 좋네요 달빛마저 우리를 반기네요 나중에 후회 말고 내게 안겨봐요 그대와 함께라는 이름의 추억을 함께 찾아 떠나요 달리는 자동차 매연 냄새도 그대와 함께라면 괜찮아요 그대와 함께라는 이름의 추억을 함께 찾아왔어요 서투른 장난도 아픈 기억도 다 필요 없나 봐요 지금 이곳에 정신없는 거리 소리도 마주 앉은 사이 놓여진 모자란 작은 음식들도 아무렇지 않은 모든 것 똑같은 모든 것을 결코 같지 않게 해주는 놀라운 세상들을 내게 준 그대와 함께라는 이름의 추억을 함께 찾아 떠나요 그대를 만난 날 같은 마음으로 오늘도 우린 함께 걷고 있죠 그대만 여기 있으면 돼요 아픔도 상처도 다 상관없죠 한 걸음 한 걸음 두 손 꼭 잡고 발 맞춰 하나 둘 셋 걸어봐요 그대의 입술도 그대의 몸매도 그대의 말투도 내겐 완벽하죠 조금 더 용감히 내게 다가와요 행복한 설레임을 느끼도록 그대와 함께라는 이름의 추억을 함께 찾아왔어요 오늘 밤 사랑의 얘길 나누면 늘 나와 함께해요 그러니까 제발 좀 진정해요 조금만 침착해요 우리가 달려온 길이 보이지 않나요
That was 함께 with by Yoon Tan-tan, and you guys are listening to and watching Culture Crunch on ARIRANG Radio and ARIRANG TV. Today is our Thursday segment, Creme de la Creme, where we invite guests who are at the very pinnacle of their fields. And today we are joined by Baduk master Cho Hye-yeon. We discussed the impact of AI on the game and the world of Baduk earlier. But right now, I want to talk about you and your personal journey, Hye-yeon. So let's take it back to the start. You started playing Baduk at the age of 11? Sorry, 7 was it?
7. I mean, as a beginner, I started this game at 7. I became a pro at 11.
A pro
10
at
months.
11. That is
Yes,
absolutely amazing. So you
So
were
fast.
a prodigy, pretty much.
I don't believe myself a prodigy, but at the same time, it didn't let me go. So that maybe the younger myself. I was just a child, but the game captivated me a lot. So
Right.
that's why far from being a prodigy myself, but at the same time, I think I really love this game. So that's why this game, Baduk, makes my life very happy.
Wow. I think she's being very humble because at the age of 11, she joined the professional ranks. You were the third youngest ever across both male and female players. So I think prodigy is the right title for you.
I heard that a lot. Yeah, it's true. I have to admit.
All right. So can you talk us through the process of 일단 becoming a professional player?
Yeah. I mean, we call it a pro qualification.
Okay.
I'm a pro player in the KBA, which is a KBA Baduk Association. That is kind of that has the authority to the Baduk world, because if you become a pro, actually, I'm a 9-dan professional. It means the highest dan in the world. But at the same time, if you just become a pro, you become 1dan. 1dan, it also shows shodan, but 1dan is completely same as 9dan actually. All pros are same. Very strong.
Interesting.
So I passed the pro qualification at 11. It means that I got maybe a great interest from the people because, maybe the prodigy comes or maybe her future is kind of promising. So yeah, I was greatly paid attention by a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of audience. Yeah.
Wow. So as a child, were you the type to just kind of sit still and play? Because Baduk games can get quite long, right? That must have been quite difficult for a 7-year-old.
Yeah, I myself is a very vibrant personality. I have, but at the same time, I keep, silent still. Yeah, of course, I have to keep focusing on it, and then I try to, fight myself inside. So innate, I had a really fierce battle, but maybe not many people could find that. But after passing a pro qualification, suddenly people feel that she had the youngest record in Baduk history of all time. So then after Cho Hye-yeon and Lee Chang-ho, 9-dan professional players. And then at the same time, I felt that I suddenly became a pro, but I didn't know what had happened at that time. I didn't know what that meant to me.
Okay, we have some pictures from when you were a child.
Those were the days.
Is that your sibling? Your brother?
My brother, my brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you teaching him at that point?
We are playing.
Playing
basically,
together.
he's living in the United States, teaching maths in college.
Okay. So a very brainy family.
Thank you.
Looking very focused there.
Yeah, I was focusing on it. Yeah.
Incidentally, I know a lot of Korean parents like their children to learn Baduk because of that laser focus that it requires, right? So back in the day then, there was no AI. Did you learn from an actual teacher or through books?
Yeah. I had some teachers. I mean, because there was no AI, right? So my way of studying Baduk at that time was kind of conventional and traditional. You know? For example, I studied the game records of maybe Go Seigen, legendary 9-dan player, played in 100 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So, there was sort of Bibles, Bibles in Baduk. You have to play this. You have to follow his moves, sort of like that. I had to play. At that time, without AI, teachers all have authority, very strong authority, so that I played somewhere else. I was hardly scolded by teachers at the time. Oh, you played it? I was a girl, so nobody hit me. But at that time, teacher also, are hitting boys.
They got physical.
You didn't play. You didn't follow my instructions, so that I had a really hard time. But everything has changed nowadays.
Right, it's become a bit more cooperative.
Exactly.
And a bit of a more welcoming society, shall we say.
Yeah, but I had a really hard time. So sometimes, whenever I see my students and children, you didn't know what the past was.
You don't know what it was like back in my day.
Teachers were really high and I have to obey them.
Right.
I have to follow their instructions.
Okay, it's a very different vibe now though, guys. Don't worry if you're trying to get into Go. It's not like that anymore. And then at 17, you claim the title of Female Go Champion, which is amazing. So truly a prodigy, truly a genius.
Thank you.
And I heard your opponent was pretty legendary herself.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
That was a great achievement at my age of 17 because my opponent at that time was all-time legend Ri Wei, and anyone who plays Baduk knows her because she's still a legend of all times. Ri Wei is by far the number one legend women player of all times. Like she was born in China, but at that time there was a political issue, so she came to Korea at that time. But I faced her. Actually, I was I had a vague ambition to be the best player, but before me, in front of me, I had Ri Wei.
Right.
But against her, I managed to win my first title against her. So that's why I was greatly praised by people around the world.
What a huge achievement at such a young age. I mean, because she must have been somewhat of a role model to you as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I learned a lot from her. Yeah, not only about Go skills, I mean, Baduk technologies and skills on the board, but also her attitude, personality towards this game. I mean, for me, I actually enjoy this game as a sort of a hobby, perhaps. Of course, occupation. But she herself, Ri Wei, is a Baduk itself. I mean, she actually has the real, Baduk is actual calling that, okay, I'm destined to play Baduk. So in each move, she has, she put all her soul into one by one move. Yeah.
So would you say Baduk is your calling?
I think I agree.
You agree? Okay.
I felt that way in many ways. Yeah.
Well, on that note, let's have a look at your life graph. So it's interesting that it's on a downward trend, even from the beginning. I mean, I guess from 7 to 11 when you were learning the game.
Yes, exactly. As a beginner,
it's on an incline, but 11 when you joined the professional ranks, up until 17 when you became a champion.
I had a really hard time because I faced Ri Wei at that time, so it was I encountered such a great person in front of me, so I had a really hard time. Yeah, I became a pro at such a young age, so that I climbed up mountains like this, but I had a really hard time. But throughout 11 to maybe 26, perhaps, I remember that I got a lot of achievements, such as I got 4 titles, and I also got gold medals in Guangzhou Asian Games as a national team, a Korean national team. Okay, I also achieved to be a 9-dan professional player, which is the highest dan at my age of 26. And at the same time, I also wrote several books like Hye-yeon's Creative Life and Death, and I also try to translate some Baduk classic books in English, actually, at that time. But after that, 28th, I think I remember as the hardest moment in my life because I felt depressed a lot for some reason. I remember the time because I felt, okay, if I win the gold medal, I took the title, I became 9-dan. Until I try to achieve, I think that there must be happiness inside it.
Right.
But I felt burnt out. I felt burnt out deeply, so that nobody could understand me. I don't know where to go. I did my best to achieve these kind of things. I was praised, but for what? At that time, I felt for nothing. Everything is void. Okay, no matter what you play, no matter you give up or not, nobody cares about you, sort of like this. I could feel a real darkness inside it at that time.
I guess achieving so much at such a young age,
I think so.
Obviously huge achievements, but it must have been really tough for a young woman.
I felt alone at that time after the achievement. So it's kind of ironic. Maybe strangely enough, I felt everybody feels, Cho Hye-yeon achieved a lot of things.
Yes.
I was praised a lot, but at the same time, I felt that, okay, that is not what I wanted to do, or that is not big enough. Okay, I don't know where to do.
Yeah, where do you go from there?
Next step,
where do you go when you've won 4 championships?
Exactly,
and you've won the Guangzhou Asian Games, as you said. So that was at 26. I believe we have a photo.
Exactly. Beside me there is Lee Chang-ho and Lee Se-dol. Maybe you know Lee Se-dol, who was playing AlphaGo, such a legendary player. Actually, we were very close friends. We are very close. Then we we worked together so hard, and we all of them got gold medals at that time.
Wow.
Such an honor.
A huge achievement.
Yeah.
Looking at your picture with
It is me.
glasses.
It was me.
I saw a comment earlier saying that they didn't recognize you without your glasses.
Really? I was young and I was very passionate. Yeah, of course I got this passion, but at that time I felt that, okay, taking a gold medal and I have to win. I had to win at
Right.
that time. So I was fully focusing on it. And throughout that process, perhaps, I was greatly exhausted so that I could face a burnout. So
Right.
after that. Yeah.
So it was a huge moment in your life.
Exactly.
But yeah, it came at a point when you were, I guess, physically and emotionally quite drained.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you see the graph, I was fully recovered because many people helped me at the time.
Okay.
Okay, after 28, I started to think of something else. Okay, let's go meet people. And I started a world tour actually at my age of 30, starting from France maybe. I went to 78 cities from 25 countries around the world.
Wow.
And then meeting those people, I feel closely, step by step, I was recovered. Oh, there must be something I can do, maybe for others or for myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're actually
Blessed.
quite a people person, would you
Exactly,
say?
yeah.
Whereas Baduk can sometimes get quite lonely.
Right.
So perhaps that's part of the reasons that you went through such a tough period.
Yeah, I wanna convey my message. I wanna tell them how grateful I am because my friends and Baduk people who love Baduk. Give them. Revitalize my passion towards this game.
Right.
Yeah. Once I didn't know why I have to do this, but once and for all, I felt that okay. I finally realized how important thing I got. What I got. What I can get. What I can reach you, so
Right.
that people treat me a lot. There are the good treatments for me as well. So I really
Yeah.
appreciate that.
So that's really interesting. So when you were going through or achieving all these amazing medals and championships, your life graph actually goes down.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of relates to those feelings of loneliness. But then when you sort of combined your calling of Baduk and meeting people through your academy, that's when it goes back up. That's
right.
very, very beautiful.
That's touching,
actually.
right?
Very touching indeed. And then I think that sort of culminated last year when you clinched your 700th win as a pro, right? That's such a huge milestone. What does that mean? That must have huge meaning to you.
It's such an honor. As a pro, I got more than 700 victories against all professional players in official matches. That is kind of, as you said, that it's a milestone. And at the same time, my closest and future goal is to make thousands of victories in my official games in the next 10 years.
Wow.
And then at the same time, I also set up another goal that I want to coach more than thousands of foreign people who want to learn this fabulous and beautiful game. And there are two thousands, right? One is 1,000 victories in official games, and the other is I want to teach, coach thousands of foreign people. Yeah.
Okay.
So please, stay in touch.
Okay, so you're pretty close to achieving.
I think
well,
so,
you're not
yeah.
too far away from achieving
Yeah,
1,000
as long
wins
I
as a
stay
player.
healthy,
Yes,
I can achieve that.
Oh, which I hope you do. But I think you're still kind of in the beginning part of your journey as a teacher and teaching thousands of people around the world. But I'm sure you'll go on to achieve that as well.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'll try
Absolutely
that. Thank you.
amazing. So looking back on your life graph. In your 3-decade-long career in Baduk, how does it feel looking at this?
Well, I really appreciate what I've been through. I think from an very early age, teens, 20s, and even 30s. I think this game means something to me because I really want to appreciate this game, and then I could feel many aspects about this game and people I met, and then at the same time I feel that. Okay, I'm not arrogant, but I think I'm sort of a bridge between the past and the future. I think because I'm in the middle between because I knew the time before AlphaGo.
Right.
And I'm now living in the after AlphaGo era. Everybody is studying AI. That maybe I can, actually, I collect some archives from the past. I think that I want to, preserve the kind of archives and their knowledge. I think, the past knowledge is also very important to be handed down to the next generations. So that I want to, make the role of it.
Yeah.
And at the same time,
I think you're the perfect link.
Exactly.
You studied 2,000 old strategies.
I know many strategies, but okay, let's find some connections with AI strategies.
Yeah, and I believe you're also involved in developing the Baduk app as well. So you really are on that cusp of that boundary between past and the future.
Yeah, I had a good chance. We in a cooperation with a Samsung Electronics company, we made the Baduk tablet, which is Alpha Tab. Alpha Tab is the tablet which you can start with Baduk from the very beginning. So it helps you having hundreds of lectures inside it.
Oh, wow.
Tablet is basically designed only for Baduk. So that I'm using Alpha Tab. So if you come to PBA Baduk Academy, you can see Alpha Tab as well.
Okay.
But on the other hand, after AlphaGo shows up, the Alpha Tab project has ended.
Okay. So
everything has changed.
If you want to learn, then you'll have to go to
but also,
Hye-yeon's Academy herself.
Yeah, Alpha Tab also, that tablet things and many things expanded my own viewpoints in life as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was a good learning point as well.
Yeah.
So fascinating. We're going to continue our chat with Baduk Master Cho Hye-yeon very shortly. But first, let's check out how you can listen to Culture Crunch. Catch Culture Crunch on ARIRANG Radio at 11 a.m. KST every day. You can listen to our show via the ARIRANG Radio application, which you can download from your app store, or watch the program on ARIRANG TV. If you're in the Jeju area, tune in to 88.7 in Jeju City, 88.1 in Seogwipo City, or 101.9 in the Daejeong area. If you're in Busan, you can listen from BEFM 90.5, and in the Kijang, Noksan, Cheongwan areas, tune in to 103.3. You can also join us on our YouTube live stream. The channel is ARIRANG Radio K-pop. And if you miss any of these, don't worry. You can catch the radio rerun at 2 a.m. KST every day. Don't forget, there are exclusive episodes on Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. KST, only on ARIRANG Radio. Catch Culture Crunch on ARIRANG Radio at 11 a.m. KST every day. We're back with our creme de la creme guest, Baduk Master Cho Hye-yeon. We've been finding out about her life and looking back on her life graph as well. So you mentioned your goal of achieving 1,000 wins as a player. So you're still actively competing after all these decades. How do you maintain your skill level, first of all? Does teaching actually help in that sense, as a player too?
I think that teaching could be helpful in some sense. I think that I also see other people's viewpoints as well, as I try to adjust myself and adapt myself at teaching Baduk as well. And at the same time, okay, that is kind of confidential, but you have to practice every day.
Every day.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Like for example, you have to study light and days, AI positions, AI openings, endgame calculations, trying to figure out positional judgments all the time. So
you're learning something new every day.
Yes, wow. You have to renew your own theories every day. So that is very important.
Okay, very, very important indeed. And so for our listeners and viewers, for people like me who are absolute beginners, what's the best way to get into this? Get into the game.
Oh yeah. Welcome in advance for this fabulous game. Okay, I think my suggestion is that please go find a film like AlphaGo documentary. That is a kind of well-made documentary about a game of Baduk in terms of AlphaGo and Isador met. And at the same time, originally you referred to some dramas, The Glory and the Meeting, sort of like that. Let's start with those dramas and then
Okay.
That is also one of the approaches. And then at the same time, we have to find someone. Strong or better in Baduk. Teacher can show you how to access to your Baduk careers and skills and how to use AI tools.
Okay,
Yeah.
but always try and play with someone who is a little bit better than you,
Yes.
even if it hurts your pride.
Find someone, suitable for you.
Okay. So we've had a fascinating time diving into the world of Baduk. Lastly, do you have any words of wisdom for our global audience who might be considering perhaps a study of Baduk abroad, maybe at the PBA?
Welcome to Korea in Bend. So maybe you feel fascinated about this game of Baduk, so that perhaps you could consider going to other countries, like maybe to Korea, to Japan, maybe anywhere. And at the same time, I feel that if you meet more people, you will be stimulated and agitated by playing a lot of Baduk, a lot of matches against a variety of people. So that, please come and please feel your sense of play a real board and real stones with real people. So that actually the universe is kind of the same, that all people are equal. So that regardless of gender, despite the race, anybody can do very, very good at this game. So please don't be afraid. Please come and let's share your own ideas.
Okay.
Korea welcome you.
Well, I think my talk with Hye-yeon today has reduced my own fears about sort of jumping into the world of Baduk. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's been so fascinating learning about, how you're connecting the past and the future in the world of Baduk. And I've definitely been encouraged today to jump in, to dive in.
Yeah, I also appreciate your time and interest, because Baduk is also open up for everybody. So when you have time, it is not the consuming time. So please don't be afraid. Let's join us for the new world.
Indeed. That is all the time we have on Culture Crunch for today. I want to play you guys one last song. This is for those who might be considering a study abroad in Baduk. Miles Away by Gemini featuring Kitty Boy and Quaka. And I shall join you guys again tomorrow for another episode of Culture Crunch. Bye.
도착할지 몰라. Why do I want to fly to get to you? Hope you feel the same too.
너의 시간은 빠르고 난 너무 느리네. 난 그냥 내 몸을 맡겨 사랑에 순리해. 시계를 보려고 난 또 고개를 숙이네. 시간을 죽이는 시간은 내게 유의미해. 얼마가 걸리는지 얼마나 걸리는지 얼마나 벌어나 이 전화가 걸리는지 난 참아낼 수 있어. 자극 없는 하루하루 열이 많이 나겠지 너 없이 또 다른 하루. 오늘의 과제 10번 success. 오늘의 과제 다시 success. 무거운 눈꺼풀을 덮네 오늘 하루 perfect.